Right, here we are, lads, back on the battlefields for round 2 of the 3rd of May 2021. This was the second part of the 3 versus 3. In the first part, we have Vaz, myself, Jimbo, and Lewis versus the combined Axis threat of Ed, Carl, and Ryan. So this is round 2. They did the usual when people get very upset about losing. They stay in their own Discord chat and immediately join the next game without so much as saying a word. So when that happens, you know that they're a little bit peeved about what happened and want to be able to redeem themselves. So let's see if they can in this one. So, right, went random again. So this time I got elves, getting out my little bazzers and trying to get some decent archers out there as quickly as possible. Down here, Vaz has gone as dwarves. I think this might be one of the first times he's gone as dwarves. No need to get that so quick. You've already got enough builders just sitting around here. Holy shitballs, and this is already costing an absolute fortune from Vaz. Hopefully he's going to have a few more platoons than just one coming out. And over here, we have Gloiny, we have old Lewis. And I don't think Elves is one of Lewis's strongest factions, so it's always difficult to try and play as you normally would with a faction, like let's say with towers and whatnot, when the towers for Elves are absolutely awful. So over here we have Carl, and Carl's already kicking himself, thinking, oh bloody hell, I'm goblins, oh fuck my life. Okay, and then over here we have King Brain, or Ed. Ed is Isengard, so I'm not sure how much Ed knows about Isengard. I know he's played against him often enough, but there's no time like the present to start learning about these new factions. So Ed's wisely going after this. This is good play, good play. And then up here we have Ryan again, who also was Isengard in the previous game, and he's got it in this game too. So here we go. Let's see what happens, lads. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Lewis has already struck the first blow and he's taking this in. And I really recommend taking the inn because it basically gives you the same sort of money as 3 furnaces. Peasants. So that's not too bad. Cost 120 and only 20 command points. I wonder how much damage they do. So you could have a whole army of those things and they're only 20 command points. That's pretty nifty. Okay. So Ed doing the right thing. He's got his pikeys and his crossbowmen. He's doing well. He's doing well. He's got a couple of barracks out. He's all right. Yeah, he's all right. And Ryan's basically doing the identical thing. Barracks all over the place. I like this. I like this. Not so easy to clump. I guess my uniformity of like doing things in the line probably cost me if people were going through my base because they could just clump and destroy both of them at the same time. So, yep, there's me being a titty. Right. So everyone's got the casual archers and pikeys formation with a hero. I will give that to old Ollie. Ollie was the first one to come up with that, as I can remember the old Gondor Tower Guards and Rangers with Boromir formation, which was an absolute nightmare to try and get through. But Ollie doesn't play that much anymore. And here we go. He's kicking off, and I tell you what, he's already thinking to himself, this is my only chance. This is my only chance to get in the bloody game, is to do this. And Carl is playing it very well, but Lewis has spotted it. He has spotted it, and Lewis, you need more than this. While there are more platoons. Oh, Carl, I think you went for the wrong thing. I think you could have gone for the fortress. Oh, is he playing it safe? He's already lost one. Get it on the far side here, Carl. Get on the far side. They're already shooting on here. Get on the far side. And Carl is playing bloody brilliantly. And this could be a decisive blow. And Lewis has been caught with his pants around his ankles. Oh, he's got to be very careful. They're going to start taking damage. Oh, and Baz has been called in to help. And nobody's got any fucking pikemen to be able to deal with these things. He's got to be very careful. Try not to lose him. Try not to lose him. He's lost 2 already. I tell you what, Carl, this is where you come in with like a couple of other cave trolls and go after it. Like these are like almost like a decoy. And this is brilliant play. And I think to myself, right, I do recall Lewis screaming down Discord saying I might be out the game. And Vaz playing as an amazing bloody team player, has come in. He might not have been able to do much against those cave trolls with these with these guardians, but he's done what he can. And I think Ed and Carl should have been in a bit more communication there to be able to help. And he's coming out with the Spider Riders, and he hasn't seen any pikeys yet. And this is great play from Carl. He is making the most out of what faction he is. I think people underestimate how good goblins can be. And Ed needs to get involved here. I don't know, but you can't always blame Ed. I don't know what Ed is being told. What are you guys talking about over Discord? A tower right by your fortress. Ryan's already planning on defeat. He's already lost the game. Ryan, fucking push out, mate. So I'm already pushing into Ryan's base. I'm thinking, shit, even this is a crappy little tower with 1,050 health, and he's got 2,200 health in his towers. And Ryan knows. He knows, and even Ed is over here trying to help him. He's trying to help him, and Vaz is over here with a little bit of a push, and I've got the Ents on the way. And Ed is desperate to try and stop me from being able to get that presence in Ryan's base. But it could all be too late. And there's an absolute shit show going over here, and Carl is trying to put him to the sword. And there's enough arrow towers around here, I think, to be able to make light work of it. And it is done, and I think Carl will have to relinquish the cave troll rush now. There's a point in the game which comes where you can no longer do the cave troll rush. Right, he's got his spider riders. He's got the right idea. Vaz is now pouring in troops. I'm pouring in troops and Ents, trying to get these guys in here. But these towers are just so flimsy. Even Lurtz was able to deal with it. And I don't know what the fuck this wanker's doing over here. This little wanker's doing. Oh, what the hell was Faldir? He almost lost his life, for Christ's sake. And everything, the moment it goes up, is being put down. Right, there's a couple of towers here, and now these towers are actually looking like a pretty good idea. But that's only because you're in the position that you're in now. But I would have said, like earlier, it was a better idea to be doing this. So myself and Vaz are sort of ganging up on Ryan here, and Ed needs to be sending troops. I don't know what's going on here. This is an inquest as to what is going on. Either Ryan should be asking Ed, or Carl should be asking Ed, or giving Ed some direction. Either way, Ed needs direction. But and I think it's time to lose the cave trolls. I think it's time to lose the cave trolls now, Carl. You need these spider riders, and you need mountain giants with half troll marauders. And I think Lewis has been able to spot the danger now, and he's got the right troops to be able to deal with it. But there's some of these guys, and he needs more money. Not only just one faction, not just one type of unit. Right, Carl 70 out of 600. Baz 476 out of 550. 525. Ryan 500. 550. Right, so it's only me that's got 750 then. Come on, guys, you need to be getting this, like, getting these trees everywhere. Everyone says I got the cheats for money and shit like that. This is why, because I'm the only I'm the only wanker making all of these fucking trees and farms everywhere. Everyone else seems to forget. Right, I got plenty of pikeys, Ents, and now I've got a real presence in his base. But Ed is bringing in the Billy Ballistas. And Ed is actually offering some form of help. This is brilliant play. And Ryan must be counting his lucky stars that he's got an amazing teammate like Ed to swoop in with just 1 or 2 units. And it looks like the ballistas are shooting down Ryan's own tower along with my own. So now Ed's been able to destroy Ryan's towers. He can now get in to destroy my towers. And one shot from the ballista or 2 should be able to take care of it. There we go. So I need Vaz to like move in a little bit here, and it looks like there's all manner of shit going on here on Lewis's side. This looks like a right little fucker. Looks like Carl is definitely on the offensive over here in the south, and I think Carl is thinking to himself, if he could just get Lewis out the game, he might stand a chance. It seems like there's lots of penetrating runs going on here. There's plenty of cave troll rushes. But Lewis has got the right sort of units to be able to take care of them now, I think. And I think this is becoming a very expensive luxury for Carl. Yeah, I think that's the end of that one, Carl. I'd go into half troll marauders and get a few mountain trolls, and Ryan is being slowly put out of this game. I don't even see the point in taking out that stuff. There's no the real issue is here. And Ed's bringing in the ballistas. He's doing what he can. I think all you need here, Ed, is probably like a couple of units, but you need to be sending in just, yeah, everything. You basically set the rally point up here. Maybe even have a couple of barracks in here, Ed. But Ed's ballistas have assisted, and the attack looks like it's petering out a little bit. And Vaz is sending in troops as quick as he can, and I've got these guys waiting, and I've got more and more coming in, and I should have been a bit quicker with that. And it looks like Lewis has been able to stem the incursions, get rid of all those zips in the wire. And I think Carl is probably thinking to himself, Carl, you got to get the old bats, mate. You got to get the bats. And now Lewis is having a little bit of his own back. He's going after these, but he's got the wrong units here, because they'll just get run over by these spider riders. Yeah, I don't know about the cave troll. You probably could go after Vaz, but I don't know. Vaz has got quite a lot. Vaz, little tip, leave at least a couple of platoons just by your fortress, just in case. Like me. Pikeys, archers, and because I've seen Carl's cave trolls, I got the old elven moat, which prevents melee, almost prevents completely like melee damage. And Ryan is experimenting with the little mine thingamajiggy here. And I'm not sure if it's going to do more damage than good. I don't really see it doing anything, to be honest. Right, I need more ents, Right, and now I've finally figured out to actually get a bloody barracks here and an ent route here, so we can slowly move in. And Lewis and Ed needs to realise that the battle is there, and he's taking too long to be able to get these troops over there. He needs to be able to send everything he's got, and everything he's got needs to be more than this. And the Ent's already taken a pot shot at the fortress. And this is not a good place to be. This is destination fucked. And Ed's trying to get these things right here. He's got a ballista on him as well. But there's only just going to be more and more on the way. Right, down here. Vaz is on the way. He's left some troops there. He has left some troops there. Not the right troops to be able to deal with cave trolls. But there seems to be a mighty fight going on here. Cave trolls are surprisingly quick. I think I'd like to see some incursions going in this way, I think. Yep. I think Lewis was probably going to deal with this and then he's going to go in. Oh, he needs some archers. Carl's trying to keep Lewis on his toes because he knows once he stops, Lewis is going to go into his base. And with this force, yeah, he's already got a couple of ents. Yeah, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. And Ryan's fortress is on the way out. And Baz has come in. He's got a major force now. And that ballista was fucking Swiss cheese. And Ed, realising that the end is nigh, is now coming in with a few more troops. But it might be too little too late. I think the attack... I think Carl's attacks down here needed to succeed. I think if Carl was able to take out the fortress... and then Lewis was building in Vaz's base here, I think it could have been a very different game. But to be fair, Lewis chased them all around and was able to deal with them. Elves are probably a really good faction to be able to deal with the cave troll rush, because you've got the pikeys and you've got the archers just to be able to deal with it. And the fortress is gone. The fortress is gone. It is another shit show for Ryan. But he is a new faction though. So... he is coming in here. I think Vaz's assistance here was very helpful. The 2 versus 1. And he's down here again. He's trying again. He is desperate. Oh, you needed that moat. You needed the moat. Will he be able to deal with it? He might be able to deal with it. There's only 2 left. You need the elven moat. For the love of God, get the elven moat. Might be able to do it. No. There's just too much firepower. And 4 of them against a fortress. So yeah, I think it's a bit late for that now, lads. It is a bit late for that. And Lewis is in here, and he's already taken out the fortress. Sorry, Lewis, I didn't manage to get that on camera. But bloody hell, Lewis is being able to get his revenge. And I believe that those were my ents, I think. I came in here to help, I think. Was it my one? Yeah. It was mine also to come in here and help. And Lewis is getting his revenge on Carl by being assaulted by cave trolls for the entire game. And it looks like Ryan is going to be snuffed out of this game like a little ferret down a hole. And Ed already feels the jaws of doom around him. And I'm sure their Discord is probably going off right now thinking, whose fault was it? Was it my fault? Was it your fault? Well, I should have done this and I should have done... I can hear the arguing right now in my head. But I'm sure we can have a replay sometime, lads. Oh, sorry, not replay. This is the replay. A rematch, more like. If you guys think you're tough enough and you want to be taken to school again, by all means, give us a shout. Oh, it's another cave troll, and he is desperate. And Lewis finally has the elven moat. I think after I told him down on Discord to get the damn thing, but he needed the, I think the dwarven rebuild. And there we go. Vaz is a great team player, putting that in there for his teammate. And Ed playing super defensive now, but he has got a good force. This is exactly the sort of force that was needed to be able to counter this incursion that was happening up here in the first place. And now it's all bearing down on Ed. And Carl is taking his time. Carl is taking his time. Right, sorry about that, boys. Bloody thing ran out of battery. Okay, so here we are. Still, Lewis putting everyone, well, when everyone, Carl, to the sword. He's doing well. Bit too many pikeys. Would like to see some archers around in the back as well. And, oh yes, this was the old thing here where Lewis did admit at the end he accidentally deleted his own fortress. So he did what Carl struggled to do for the entire game, which was delete his own fortress. Right. And Ed is desperate over here. He knows the end is nigh. There's nothing he can do about it. He's entering the shit mixer here. He's bringing out his troops. Ed's making a good go of it at least. He's going down fighting. Good combined work here. He's bringing out the wildmen, but they're getting pinged to fuckery by all of the archers. Level 10 Lorians. I haven't even got them upgraded. There we go. Dane's getting stuck in there. What's he got? What's he got? Plus 25% damage, plus 25% armor. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, but he's got 3,100 health. He's taking quite a pound in here. And Ryan's out the game. He is out of the game. And here come the hobbits. And they go one by one. Is it me, or are the hobbits actually getting more and more tanked in this version? And Frodo bites the bullet. I think the hobbits are a bit tougher in this second version, I must admit. But Ed is still producing the troops. He's not being a little puff and just sitting back and just taking it out the bum. No, he's going for it. He is going for it. And Baz is coming in here to compound the misery. He's making sure nothing gets past. And Lewis has got his troops over here. He's making sure he tries to get Carl out of the game. And I don't think he's been able to find Carl's bases. And Carl's made a force here. And he's sending his cave trolls over here. So Carl wants one last throw of the dice. He doesn't want to go out with a whimper. He wants to be able to make sure he leaves his mark and die trying. And I respect that play. That is good play. Oh, and he's down here. He's found Lewis's base. He's gone round with the cave trolls. He's gone round with the cave trolls and taken everything he's got. And Lewis is desperate to get back here as soon as he possibly can. And I remember him telling me about it, and I sent me eagle over here. I think that paused for just a moment. And this is critical down here. The eagle is good against cave trolls. Let's see how much damage they do. Yep, it is very good against cave trolls. And there we go. You're welcome, Lewis. And there was no embarrassment there. There was no embarrassment. And these cave trolls are over here. And Carl is sending as many as he possibly can. He must still have quite a bit of money on him. And he's done the repair. Vaz is doing his best. But Vaz, these are the wrong troops to get cave trolls. Stop producing only guardians. I cannot remonstrate this enough for people. Don't just build only one unit. Have a mixture of different units. And the fortress is down, and Carl can breathe easy knowing that he has given this a good go for his money, and Ed is out of the game. He has been completely shitted on. And Lewis is over here too. Well, actually it looks like Ed quit rather than anything else. He didn't quit out, he just cancelled the game. Now that is no. I do not believe in that. And there are a lot of cave trolls here. And here we go. Are these mine or... Yep, they are mine. I'm trying to get these little bastards. And Carl is giving a good take for himself. And he's... Vaz has spotted him. He's trying to take these out. But I don't think I realised at this point exactly what... just how bad... And again, there is... Man, at least build a wall here or something like that. Therefore, you know that this can't happen again. Think creatively, boys. Think creatively. Alright. Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, so Ed has basically just left the game completely. But he's still in it. And I notice what's going on. And I've decided to put these walls around me so I know that they can't get anywhere near. Plus I've got troops here. So it would take an awful lot for them to try and get through. Okay. So now it's a search and destroy mission. Search and destroy. Gotta try and take out Carl's bases. Let's see how much money he's got. So I got 4 grand. Carl's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of the do-re-mi. He's doing okay. Vaz is sitting on a bloody fortune. What about... Yeah, Lewis is as well. So they have got money. They have got plenty of money. I want to start seeing another fortress being built. There we go, Vaz. That's the ticket. So Vaz, you probably were thinking, why are these like cave trolls being so difficult? And if you had actually had some pikeys and some archers, these cave trolls would be annihilated pretty damn quick. Right, so he hasn't been able to get back down here, and everyone is now splitting up to be able to try and find where these fuckers are. The last bases around the map. Got plenty of money. Random catapult down here. Vaz, don't want to see that. Start using it. And he's still sending these cave trolls one by one. I don't think he can't see where they are. Bloody hell. He is building. He is building. He must have... Does he have anything in here? I don't know how many builders he's got left, but he's doing his best. And this is fair play to Carl in a weird way. I kind of want Carl to come out on top here. But, oh wow, they really do fuck all against those catapults, don't they? And that is it. That's mine. And silver thorns are out. They don't really do that much damage against buildings, but it's still good enough. It's now time to try and take out what he has. So I sort of got troops everywhere really. I think Lewis is going right into the corner. I think, is that mine or is... Yeah, it's mine, just to try and see where people are most likely to go. And these cave trolls are still coming, and Carl is determined. I think this one's going to go down. I think it's going to go down. And Vaz will have lost 2 fortresses. And I hope, Vaz, you would have learned something here. Is it enough? It is enough! Sweet effing Christ. It is enough. This thing is saved. Or is it? One hit. One hit should be enough. Boom! And that is it. And Carl was able to do it. And Carl can rest easy that he has played well in this game and done his best to be able to bring the fight to the enemy. But I think the problem was I think Carl needed to have put Lewis to the sword and failed to do so. And Baz is still in this game. He is like the Hydra, cut off the head and two more appear in its stead. And the last building of Carl's has been taken out. So yes, well played, boys. Could have gone either way there, I think. I know it looked a little bit one-sided towards the end, of course, but they always do. But I think if Carl had been able to take out Lewis's fortress at the beginning, would we then have been on the back foot? Because then that means Carl would have been encroaching onto Vaz's base, and Vaz was helping me trying to take out Ryan, and Ed was just sitting there having a picnic. So anything could have happened. Catch you on the next one, boys.